Hello, and welcome to the first revelation. So, if you have made it to this first revelation, it means that you have already watched the welcome video and that you have already got your Dunes book and that you have been preparing your heart and mind for this journey. So, if you have not gotten your Dunes book, wait until you get the Dunes book before you start this video. And if you have not watched the welcome video, go on back, watch that video so you can kind of get some understanding about what's about to happen. But if you've done all those things and you've gotten your book, good, yes, because you should not have read your book yet. If you did, that's all right, but you shouldn't have read it yet. This week, you are going to read the first revelation. You're going to read the first revelation commentary, and then you are going to answer the first revelation journal questions. And all of that should be right there, down there for you, so you can look at it anytime you need. Every time we hit a new revelation, I'm gonna have tidbits and everything down below, so you can look at that and see where you're at and where you're supposed to be at. But at the beginning of each week, I will talk to you before you begin that revelation, okay? So, welcome to the first revelation, and again, this week you will be reading the first revelation commentary, answering the first revelation journal questions. And those journal questions, and this week, or the next 3 weeks, will all be about fear. And that's what the first revelation is, fear. So let's talk about fear. Maya Angelou said that courage is the most important of all virtues, because without courage, you can't practice any other virtue consistently. Now, although we're going to go over many different things in this journey, commitment, perseverance, forgiveness, trust, grace, surrender, gratitude, you will find more often than not that the root challenge underneath all of those things is fear. Fear that you are not enough, that you're not good enough, that you're not smart enough. Maybe you feel like you're fear that you don't look the way that you want to look, or you're not a certain weight, or you don't have this education or this background. Fear that you are not something enough. Another thing can be after a painful loss or disappointment, fear that we won't recover, fear that life won't be that good again, or fear that we won't ever love again. That can especially happen after a divorce or a death. Fear that you don't want to be hurt, that you don't want to be disappointed. So we choose not to love, not to step out and open our hearts. So we kind of walk around with a wall of protection around ourselves. Maybe yours is a fear of failure. You're afraid to step out on a dream, start a new business, or do anything maybe that you feel like you've had a passion to do, because what if it doesn't happen for me? What if I don't succeed? What if? There can be a fear, of course, and it's a huge fear of what other people think, because we don't want to be judged. So we don't walk in the room or reveal our authentic selves, because we're so afraid, well, what if they think this, or what if they don't like this, or what if? And we let all of these fears bog us down, because fear is a prison that stops you from living, that stops you from moving forward, that stops you from fulfilling your passion, or pursuing your passion, or fulfilling your purpose, the things that are unique and different and gifted about you. And yes, there are those things, because each one of us is different, and we've been blessed with different gifts. Some of you may be very kind, and you have a gift of kindness. That, yes, kindness is a gift. Some of you may be very insightful, and you have a gift of insight, but you don't want to share your opinion because, well, what if people judge me? What if they don't like what I have to say? We all have different gifts and unique talents, and we've all been purposed to be something different and wonderful in this world. And some of us are leaders, and some of us are a part of the team, and we encourage the team, and we help get it done for the leaders. That's still a gift. Being a person who can give service and being faithful and loyal is a gift. Okay? Or maybe your passion is something else, and you're in it, in this job that you don't want to be in, but you fear getting out of it. Like I said, fear is a thing that hinders the remaining 6 revelations that we are going to go through, which is why I always start with fear first, because fear is a bondage and it's a prison. But the good thing is you have the key in your back pocket. That's the ironic thing about the prison that fear puts us in, that we can get out of it when we make a choice to. Because when we let our fear rule over us, it becomes our faith. And this is what I mean by that. Fear is just punitive faith. And I say punitive because it punishes you. And I say faith because it becomes what you believe. Now, I really want you to think about this and listen to what I'm saying. We can fear something so much that it becomes a new belief. And then we literally begin to have faith in that fear. For example, if you fear that you will never find love, you eventually begin to believe that about yourself. And so you say that to yourself over and over again. Things will never work out for me. This person never likes me, or every guy I such and such, it never works out. And you begin to tell yourself this over and over again. And as you begin to tell yourself this over and over again, it becomes what you believe. And so then you manifest your belief. So you manifest relationships where things don't work out because you always feared that they wouldn't anyway, because you didn't think you were deserving of love, because you always felt like it would fail. And so maybe it didn't work out in the past. Maybe that didn't happen, but the past is the past. Today is a new day. It will never be this month, at this year, at this day, and this time ever again. So whatever day you're watching this, and whatever year it is, and whatever month, and whatever time it is right now, this is the only time it will ever be this moment. So the fact that you get this new moment means that the past don't let the past dictate your new reality, right? Do not let the past failure dictate your new reality. You can, on this moment, not open a new chapter, but begin a new book. Every moment is new, so there can be a new discovery and a new ending. Sometimes we have to tell ourselves a new story. We have to let that old story go, that old story of failure that we kept telling ourselves that became our belief. This doesn't work out for me. It doesn't happen because of this, that. No. It didn't happen, and that's the past. Today is a new day. So today is the day you determine not to let that fear keep you in bondage or hold you back.